up, guys?
Hey.
How you doing today?
Good.
Excited to be back?
Yeah, just not this early.
It's a little early, yeah. So, guys are back together. It's your first time up here as a band, right?
Think so.
But Stone Temple Pilots, beyond anyone's comprehension, how this happened. Somehow they got back together again. These guys, I don't know how they put up with each other. They're one of the greatest rock bands there ever was.
Oh, they're incredible.
Incredible
Incredible
band.
And Scott Weiland's one of the best frontmen ever.
Yes, the boys are back together again. Come on in.
I'm the only one here.
They broke up again.
This
Believe
is
it or
how
not,
it happens all the time.
Stone Temple
Hi.
Pilots will not be here today. They broke up in the green room. Jimmy's absolutely right. They broke up again in the green room, and now, but here they are to reform.
Look at that. That's them all
Hi,
right.
how
That's
are you?
happening, fellas?
That's the legendary Stone Temple Pilots. Hey, boys. I got to hear this story.
Good to see you all.
Good seeing you. Boys are getting their headphones on. They're settling in. Well, I don't know how it happened. Last time I saw Mr. Weiland, you said, and I quote, I am never getting back together with those guys. Forget it. It's
I
over.
like these new guys.
And I will never, I like these new guys, and I'm never recording again with them on Atlantic Records. Am I correct on that, Scott?
Not exactly. What I said was, you know what? You never can tell what will happen in the future, but right now I'm very involved in and committed to Velvet Revolver.
Right.
And that was the case at that time. But it was serendipity that happened. It was just I knew when Velvet Revolver was going to be finished touring, and then I got a call from Dean while I was on tour with Velvet Revolver. Where all of us were all laying out by the pool, and
Sounds good.
in Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And I got a call from Dean, and he said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sitting down." And he goes, "We just got offered, well, let's just say a lot of money to play a certain show and a festival, and then like a few festivals." And
When you say big money, you're talking millions?
well, for one show, it was around $1 million.
No shit. You're goddamn right you all came to your senses.
It wasn't the money, it was the cordless phones they were throwing in.
The free one.
If the gig was completed.
Don't leave money on the table, boys. You know what the odds are of making it in rock and roll? I mean, what are the odds of becoming a great band like Stone Temple Pilots? Cash in. Why not? You deserve it.
It's not about cashing in, really. I mean,
Fuck, it is, too.
It's like we've produced and we've written for other people and stuff, and
Right.
that'd be a lot easier. We'd be, with our kids a lot more.
So you get the phone call. Let me stay on track here.
Yeah.
You get the phone call, and the boys say to you, look, let me talk some sense into you. Let's get together, go play this goddamn festival, and make $1 million. And you agreed.
Yeah, and so I actually told Slash, and he was cool with it.
But he's been left before. He's
Yeah,
used
Slash is used to getting left.
But,
Slash gets left all the time.
and the thing is as this end of summer went on, and then fall and winter, it was the final Velvet Revolver tour. Things just
it got bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Was there a lot of ego? Listen, you're a superstar. You got Axl in there. You had Duff McKagan in there, right?
Slash.
Yeah,
Not
Slash.
Axl.
I mean Slash, not
Yeah.
fucking Axl.
Yeah, and
Axl's off in La La
Matt
Land.
Sorum.
Matt Sorum. So what happened when you guys got together? Here you left Stone Temple Pilots. You get together with them. You think it's going to be great. You fuckers must have made Stone Temple Pilots look like nursery school. It must have been one crazy head trip after another in that band.
Probably more so for our management.
Really?
But,
Duff McKagan said he'd rather reteam with Axl Rose than Scott Weiland. So you guys must have had some falling out. It must have been legendary. I mean, it must have been great.
Yeah, it was great until it wasn't great. Let's just put it that way.
Duff said some bad shit happened at the end of the last Revolver tour. It was brutal. There were late gigs. I just wanted it to be over. Right. You guys must have been clapping your hands together, right? You said, yeah, Scott thought we were difficult. That fucking Velvet Revolver taught him a lesson. Am I right, boys, or not?
You said it.
You said it, right. You know what you probably said when he got together with those guys in Velvet Revolver? Good. He's going to come back to us. He'll appreciate it. Scott, Velvet Revolver is dead, isn't it, without you?
I don't. Well, I mean, they're just not. They're not a band anymore.
Haven't you said if you lose the lead singer, the band is over?
Well, I think that you know.
You hold the power to the band.
Public perception is the frontman gets most of the attention.
Of course.
And so it hasn't happened very often. There's a couple circumstances where a band is.
Van Halen made it. They did the switch successfully.
Then you got AC/DC.
AC/DC. All right.
Chick Corea.
Chick Corea. There you go. Absolutely. Legendary.
Can I ask Scott, what happened with those guys at the end of the tour that was so horrible?
Yeah, be honest, Scott.
Well, you know,
don't play politics. Tell us the truth.
Honestly, there were just like you said, there were a lot of egos, and in the beginning, it was a really great thing because that's when I was still doing dope, and all those guys were clean.
Right.
I mean, Slash, he still drank, but you know, he hadn't been doing drugs for a couple of years. So it was a good like sort of support system.
Yeah, it was good. He was just drinking.
Thank
God.
And
so you were doing dope.
Yeah, and so then I went and I got I went into rehab.
You're clean now?
What's that? Yeah, I mean, I drink. I still drink some.
Still have some drinking?
Yeah, but I don't do any drugs.
Do you miss the drugs?
Not at all.
Oh, come on.
I do not
really?
miss them. Not at all.
That's beautiful.
I mean, I don't miss the anxiety of... I don't miss...
Boys, is Scott easier to work with now that he's off drugs?
Hell no.
No, he's still just difficult, yes. Because I don't understand something. With the new album, let me understand if I got this straight. By the way, we're here to celebrate Stone Temple Pilots' new album. It's...
By bringing up all the bad times.
Let's bring up the bad times. That'll bond you guys closer together. But in all seriousness, didn't you guys record the album separately from Scott? Like you recorded some tracks and then sent them to Scott to go record somewhere else?
Different countries, actually.
Different countries. You weren't even in the same fucking room.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's been grossly over-exaggerated, and
is that grossly over-exaggerated?
No. You know, every time we've gotten in to make a record, the three of us have gotten together to do the music.
Right.
So
even on the original albums?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We've always gotten together to do the music. That's kind of the way it's always worked.
I didn't understand
So
that.
we kind of get our stuff together, as musically speaking. It gives us a chance to get together, get it together,
suss out the arrangements,
write stuff.
What key it should be in, and all that.
I see.
I think if Scott shows up from the beginning, he gets a little overwhelmed with all the ideas. There's a lot of musical ideas flowing through the room.
So rather than sort through it in front of them, get it all together. They send it to you, and then you write the lyrics?
I write the lyrics and the melodies, and then sometimes I'll make like a change and an arrangement, and
but it seems like a pain in the ass if you're not in the room and you got to email them, I guess, huh?
No, it's not really that big of a deal because there was in the middle part of making the record, we actually were working with Don Was as a production consultant. And
boys, do you feel comfortable telling Scott if you don't like his vocal on something? Can you pick up the phone and say, Scott, that's not good enough. I want it done this way, that way, and that way? Or do you have to mind your P's and Q's because that will break up the band again if you upset Scott?
No, they bring up if they have an idea that they think is better, or if there's a note that rubs like minor against major. I mean, you know, I'll try it out, and you know, and if sometimes it's
who has
it's
final
better.
veto? Scott, does Scott have final veto?
It works both ways too, because there's times where I'll bring something in musically, and somebody may say, I don't know if I'm really feeling that, and you got to kind of.
You got to be open to it.
Yeah.
You got to check your ego at the door, man.
Don't I know? I was in a celebrity band just this weekend.
Pretty hot band.
I jammed. This guy was my harmonica player right here, Jimmy Kimmel. Right. I don't know if you know
Magic
that.
Dick.
That's right, Magic Dick. And Magic Dick. Yeah. And I got to tell you something. There was a lot of egos in the room. A lot of infighting just in that little jam session.
Yeah, we had to replace Mark McGrath with John Stamos at one point, and
That's
then
right.
went back again.
So I understand all of this. Wait a second. I got to ask you one question, though, Scott. This has nothing to do with STP, nothing to do with the band, just personal stuff. Because I heard a wild story about you. In fact, it was in your first wife's book. I know you guys got a divorce. It was ugly, all that. But she said when she was giving birth to one of your kids,
Yeah.
you were in the room, and she was in labor. And you got stressed out, so you had to have a massage. So you wheeled in a massage table into the labor room, and brought in a masseuse and got a massage during the.
Actually, no. There's a lot of things in her book that I was very supportive in the beginning.
Yes.
And she let me read select things,
Right.
On her computer.
She didn't show you that one.
I love Scott's life.
But
I mean,
what did happen was, it's like, you go in to have a child. It's not like, unless you're rushed into labor.
It's a long time.
Long day.
Right.
It was
like 20 hours.
Our first child.
Right.
And I was sitting around and I was, at the time I was sober and I was like freaking out. We were ordering food from across the street at Jerry's Deli, just like nonstop, and I was like, you know what? We had a friend that would come over to our house and give us massage.
Yeah.
And I just called her up, and I just laid down right next to Mary and had a massage.
So by not true, you mean it's exactly what happened?
She no. She
Did she give you a happy ending?
I didn't get the Demerol to kill the pain.
Did you finish? Did she give you a happy ending?
No,
nothing like that.
no.
That'd be wrong.
That'd be too much.
That'd be too much in front while your baby's
you're-
being born.
yeah.
You know why it's funny? Because usually when the husband is in there in the delivery room, I had to go through the same thing you did, and it was stressful. In fact,
It's the greatest thing I ever heard. My ex-wife got mad at me because I was watching Candid Camera during the delivery.
What would she have done if you had gotten
She
a
was angry
massage?
and I was laughing. If I got a massage, I would have been stabbed right through the throat. I'd be dead right now.
You would have died. You see, that's what I love about you. And I know the boys in Stone Temple Pilots, they've had listen, you guys have had your differences, but what I love about you is you do what you fucking want to do. I mean, most men would be afraid to bring a massage table while the woman is in labor.
No, it was before she actually went into labor.
Right. I mean, the early stages.
Yeah.
I'm saying even still, to be that relaxed even in the hospital in front of the staff and the nurses and everything, that's the beauty of you.
Still make it about you.
Yeah, it was more about you than her. I mean,
No, actually, it wasn't. I just wanted to be in a calm place, like when it all went down.
I love you. I don't know, man. Scott, it's crazy. I'm so happy you guys are back together again. I love it. I never thought it would happen, I'll be honest with you. I thought it was over. But I even said to Robin many times, I said it to Jimmy even, I said, these guys are the greatest, I'd say top 5 greatest bands in America.
Every time they get back together, I tell them they can't break up again. They don't listen.
They are great. They really
I
are.
mean, it's
Jimmy's
a
the one that
wonderful
got us back
thing.
together, right?
Really?
Who got you back?
Jimmy?
Jimmy did.
Jimmy?
Well, not me personally, but
What did you do?
I don't remember. What did I do? I mean, I had you guys on.
You're on your show. You
Guys,
came
do
in and said, do you want to get together?
Is that what?
And that was that?
That was that.
Wow, look at that. See that? I'm a power broker.
You certainly are. But, it's funny with Scott. Whatever band, even Velvet Revolver, listen, there's always, I don't understand what the trouble is. I see you seem like an easy guy to work with.
Well, thing is, it's like I didn't get a chance to finish saying, the situation within the band,
Velvet Revolver.
definitely deteriorated, and from this way that things were when I first joined the band, the things that inspired me.
Right.
So these guys were not sober at the end, and whereas they were at the beginning?
I, Scott Weiland, did not say that.
You don't. So, and now this is the new Scott Weiland. I mean, you are sober except for a little drinking.
Yeah.
And
Well,
good for
when
you.
I saw you guys in Jersey, couple of years ago, and I guess it was about a couple of years ago. I don't remember when it was now. You couldn't get Scott out of the dressing room
Is that right?
for the show. Yeah, we were sitting around
was
waiting
getting a
and
massage.
waiting and waiting. Maybe it was massage time.
I don't know.
I think that was probably the that it was the tour with we did with it had a name. It was
The Beatles?
No.
no.
All I know
no.
is it was the first time you
OxyContin?
had played Jersey since getting back together, and it was this big homecoming for the boys, and all of a sudden, Scott wouldn't come out.
Now, listen. Oh, is there going to be a tour around the new album?
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember.
There is going to be a tour?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
You'll come
You're going
out.
to come
now?
out. You're going to be there.
No banging on the door. Come on, Scott.
Best show I ever saw was an STP show. I don't know. You guys were on stage. You had the fucking couch, the whole vibe going. It felt like a little bit of a throwback to like some of the cool concerts I saw when I was a kid. You're up there. You fucking played. No nonsense. No goddamn pyrotechnics. Just played the music and sang.
Well, once they came
I
out and
loved it.
started playing, they were great that night.
Now that Scott is the greatest when
Yeah.
he comes out and sings and he's like moving around and stuff. It's
Shaking
like,
your
it's
cock.
amazing.
Really? Who's getting pussy?
Wait a minute. I told you that night, Howard, that Scott started to take a drink, and then it was time for him to come back in on the vocals, and he spit out what he drank and started singing again. It was great. He's incredible.
That's a real showman. Listen, so who's getting laid? Where are we at with the girls? What's going on? That's what it's all about anyway. Scott, you're still married?
No, I'm not.
Oh, good. So you're going to be out on the road fucking like crazy, I bet.
No, I'm
That'll take
not-
the place of the drugs.
Not a real dater.
Not a real cocksman. Is he a real dater? Is he being
It's
modest?
the Tom Jones of rock and roll, man.
Right. They throw their panties up on stage.
I'll tell you the truth. I go straight from the stage to my bus.
And how does a fan get to you so they can have sex with you?
It's the bang bus.
I mean, the old days, everyone was banging everyone.
It's like I've dated a couple girls in the last. Mary and I have been apart for over 2.5 years.
Right.
Is that right?
And
Who are you dating? Any celebrities?
no,
Oh, come on. You got to hook up.
but I mean,
How are the level of chicks he gets? Are they models?
I've had I've had them flown out sometimes.
You do?
for a few days.
Can a random girl go to a Stone Temple Pilots concert and bang one of you guys? That's what I want to
Well,
know.
what's the marital status of everybody else? Let's get that first.
Let's go to Dean, Robert, and Eric because girls need to know if they're going to be blowing you, fucking you, doing whatever it is. Boys, tell me
What's to be expected?
who's married, what's going on. Dean, you go first.
I'm up for a light conversation.
So you're not married anymore.
I'm not married.
You're not married, period. And girls can come backstage and have sex with you?
Or boys.
Boys, too? When did this happen?
Oh, for a while now.
Is that right?
That's what broke up the band.
And also what got them
Dean,
back
is that
together.
true? Do you
No,
go for
that's
guys?
not true. No.
You're into girls, right?
Yeah.
I had nothing wrong with a guy here and there. Scott's made out with... I saw Scott... The time I saw Scott on stage, he made out with some dude.
It was probably Dean.
It wasn't Dean. Dean threw up.
No, Dean has come over before and like right, and when I'm looking at him and just planted one right on my lips before.
So the night I saw you,
he
you
provokes it.
cheated on Dean. What about you two guys? What's going to go on?
I'm married with 2 kids.
Yeah, Eric's married. Robert, what about you?
10 years married. Just had my second son on Friday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't
All right,
think
so there
he'll
won't be
be
sex for you at the concert.
entertaining women. Yeah.
All right, so then it's then it's easy to see who's going to be getting laid. Well, listen, I'm surprised that you guys don't act like rock stars, then, right? In other words, it's not a womanizing kind of thing. You have respect for women, this kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Chronic masturbator.
that's never really what it's been about. I mean, I think we were a part of the antithesis of that.
That's true. But yet, every young man who goes up on stage, it's about the girls. Come on, let's be honest.
Not really.
At some level.
Of course, like when you first start off, and you're in your 20s, you want to experience, like,
Everything.
things.
So it's like joining the circus.
Right.
But
Now
you
it's
know,
the music. You're
and then
musicians.
it gets tiresome, you know.
Yeah, I know. Don't I know?
Too many things you can catch these days.
Well,
man.
that is true.
Yeah.
It's not
it is
like
scary out
not
there.
like the '70s, man. We had the fortune of coming up through the '70s where you could just do anything and
Bang
everything.
away.
Yeah. A little scary now.
It really is. Yeah,
And there's no more privacy. A lot of phone cameras and
yeah, you can't even cheat on
texting
your
and
wife
tweeting
anymore.
and twatting and
Too much.
all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I hate seeing photos of me hanging by my heels by a chandelier, man.
Yeah, it's not
Right.
good. Not good anymore.
Well, Stone Temple Pilots' new self-titled album hits stores May 25th. This is a big deal for fans. I don't think they ever thought they'd see the day. I don't think I don't think any of you guys thought you'd see the day again.
I did.
Yeah,
You
we
really did.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Was it a blow to your ego to have to pick up the phone and call Scott and say, "Oh, Scott, come on"? No, you don't care about that.
No.
You did what was good for the band.
No. No, man. It was just, look, we've, as opposed to what everybody thinks and talks about, we never lost contact. We never lost this brotherly love per se for one another. And this, I think
Is that
most
true?
of all, just
You weren't angry with Scott for breaking up the band?
he didn't break up the band.
Well, in a sense, he did.
No, man. See, that's the kind of jive.
Is that jive?
It's jive.
All right, that was my perception.
Yeah. No, it's.
What do I know, man?
Let's call it a respite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a prediction. How long till it all falls apart again, guys? Let's be honest. Scott, you go first. How much longer can you tolerate this?
It's not that. It's I think it's the answer is how long can we continue to write music and make records and still feel like that we're contributing and still feel that we're valid?
Well, if you put it that way, I say 7 months. Oh. I'm just trying to ballpark.
That was very close.
Yeah, that's listen, we hope.
That was over our guesstimation.
Yeah. No, I do. Is there a lot of pressure on you guys with this record in terms of sales? I mean, I know the cool thing to say is no, and like we don't give a shit about that. But there is pressure, right? Stone Temple Pilots comes back. The record company probably has all kinds of anticipation with this record. Are you feeling some pressure?
No.
No?
No. I think the pressure was taking on the production ourselves and doing that.
Right.
And once we got over that, I think we achieved what we wanted to achieve.
Because the record business is for shit. I
Yeah.
mean, let's face it,
Yeah.
guys.
Unless you're a country artist.
Yeah.
Right. Why do country people still buy records? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's probably the moonshine.
I think
They can't figure out the
They can't figure out that they
technology.
can go get
I
it for
just
free
think
on the
that-
internet.
That's our new record, SDP Goes Country.
Right.
go shop at Walmart, Best Buy and those places, and
It's weird.
buy
Think how
their
cool
CD.
it was when you guys came up, and now it's like you got to be on American Idol in order to get heard.
I think we were one of the last bands that were actually a career band.
Yeah.
After that, it was just...
Everything's gone down. Would you ever be on American Idol? No way, right, Scott?
Nope. I did though. However, go on Nashville Star. Steph and I.
Because you thought it was cool.
I thought it was kind of cool thing. Yeah.
Right. Why not get a band psychiatrist? I'm not making a joke.
We tried that one time.
Did you?
Yeah, we both thought
Yeah.
the guy was a
Wow.
little snarky.
Yeah, but that's what's good about it, that you thought he was snarky. You take out all your anger on him, let him absorb
Did
it.
he come with you on the road?
No,
we met with him.
Actually,
Oh, you guys need one to
had
travel with you.
Yeah.
we rented out this massive suite.
You know what? It was actually the guy that Metallica used.
Oh, no
yeah,
kidding.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
and it
I don't-
was this ridiculous amount of money. And
Really?
What's it cost to have the psychiatrist for a whole band?
$30,000.
Is that right?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then put
For
him,
how many sessions?
put him up at the hotel.
Oh, my
We-
God.
so what we
How annoying.
what we decided was is when we actually communicate with each other,
But that's the idea.
we get along great, and we understand. We're
but
on
what's
the
the
same
odds
page.
of that happening?
But it's like as you get older, your lives are more complicated. It's like it's not. It's not
Scott,
just
do you
about
think it's
being
these
in the
guys,
rock
or do you
band.
think it's you?
No, I think it's any band.
Any band they go through. It's true. Most of these bands go
Well,
through.
I mean, we've been now making records for almost 20 years. I mean,
I wonder why
doing
there's so much
something right.
angst. I can't figure it out.
Do you try talking to somebody like the Rolling Stones to ask them how they do it?
Hello, Stones.
Those guys
We need to-
always
Stone
pee on
Temple
my floor when
Pilots
they
here.
come over.
do you guys ever talk to the Stones about how they stay together?
Talk to other
You do
bands,
talk to other
Yeah.
bands? Who'd you talk to when you were in trouble, when you were in real crisis? What band do you turn to?
Talk to Peter Frampton.
Yeah, Frampton.
He's
will tell you.
alone. He's a solo act.
That's right. It didn't work out for him. Frampton's camel broke up.
Don was would give a few little tidbits about the Stones and like
Right.
how they managed to like keep things together. All these years.
So the psychiatrist was no good. We didn't like him.
Well, how do you really apply that? Because, everybody's so different.
Right.
And everybody's lives are so different. And everybody's situations are so different. I think we've just come, like we know one another better than we know our own families, man. Like
Right.
we've been shoulder to shoulder for, since we were young.
That's why I get
dudes.
sad when it doesn't
We
work
are
out
family,
easily.
baby.
Yeah, you are. Now listen, I'm going to give you a talking to, especially you, Scott.
How much? 30,000?
This is going to be free. This isn't going to cost you a dime. That's the kind of guy I am. This is a good thing.
This is a good thing.
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing on this record and the way people are talking, stick with this. Nothing better than this. You guys are bros. Work out your bullshit. Don't act like a bunch of women. Really.
What do you say?
Robin, what's that mean?
I don't know.
You know
What are
exactly
saying?
what it means.
What are you saying?
Don't make out with each other. That'll break up the whole thing. No, seriously. Go in, work, sit together, have fun, and then call it a day. There's nothing to argue about.
Oh, man.
That's it.
Take
It's
a
the
break.
secret to
Don't
life.
break up.
You got
Yeah.
the greatest
Yeah.
thing in the world going. You'll grow creatively together. And if you don't, play all the old songs and make a mint. You'll retire to some fucking island. That's it. Now am I getting through to everybody?
Yeah.
What?
I think we
Yes,
all
sir.
agree with you,
Go.
but the thing is, we are. I'm 42. I'm not. First time I came in here, we all came in here.
You were in your 20s.
I was. I was probably 23 or 24. So your life,
I was 14.
It becomes way more complicated, and being in a band, the band is part of our lives,
You're making it too complicated.
but there's
Scott,
other parts.
you're making it too complicated. It's easy. I'm telling you it's easy. I've learned the secret.
Scott, can I ask a serious question of
Sure.
Scott for a
Oh,
second?
this hasn't
Sure.
been serious?
What do you
Very
think this
serious.
was?
This is an extra
I'm
serious
giving these
question.
guys advice, Jimmy.
Scott, you know that, as an addict or whatever, doing drugs, you can't still drink, right? I mean, you must know that intellectually.
No, actually, most people can't, but I actually am able to do it, and it doesn't. I have not had it since I stopped doing dope. I have not had one craving to do dope.
Now, when was that?
So it was 7.5 years ago.
Is
and
that
then,
right?
And then,
Boys,
and-
do you want
and-
Scott to stop drinking?
7.5 years ago, and then when my brother died, and I got a divorce with my wife.
By the way,
I-
you did have a couple of
I-
rough years
I-
between your brother dying and the
Yeah.
divorce and all that.
Yeah, and I went on a 3-month coke bender.
Oh, so it
that
hasn't
was,
been 7 years.
well, since I kicked my main habit,
Right.
heroin. But then that was 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's hard to kick that.
So
It really
it's been,
is. Boys, you want Scott to stop drinking? Let's take a vote right now.
Sure.
You would like it. You would prefer it.
Whatever he wants to do, I'm not going to tell him what to do.
Right. Let me tell you something. As long as everyone's giving Scott advice, I'm giving you one last
look,
bit of advice.
it's not the Mormon Tabernacle
But wait a
Choir.
minute, wait a
Yeah, I
minute,
know,
wait a
right.
minute.
Listen,
You know,
Scott.
just to go down the line that Jimmy went, do you get drunk or do you have a social drink?
Both.
It starts out with a social drink, and then it's drunk.
So I'll go out to dinner and I'll have a glass of wine,
And then another one?
sometimes I'll have a few.
Don't have more than two. We put you on
And
the limit.
not until after 6, is that what you said?
That's right. That's what I do. 2 glasses, done. I only had 2 drinks at your party.
That's true.
Yeah. And listen,
This may be a different situation, though.
as long as I'm giving you guys advice, Scott, if you have another baby, I understand the whole rationale. No massage in the.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I will not be having any more babies.
Excellent. Because really, who needs a massage? Why no more babies? Are you bitter?
No. I have my 2 children
It's
I
enough.
love more than anything in the world, and
What if you meet a great woman and she wants to have children?
well, then that will be a
problem. Well, you're goddamn right it will be. Well, if in case that happens, don't get a massage during the birth. That's all I'm telling you. Women resent you for that. Although it's giving me ideas. All right, listen, boys.
Hey, you know what's
lot's-
wild, man? You
What?
guys have been doing this a long time. I was coming in here yesterday because, when I was living in Jersey, I had this job that I was delivering sundries and coffee supplies from East Rutherford to Point Pleasant. So I'm going back, man. Amputee dial-a-date.
1980.
Oh, my
Gay
God.
stroke. Gay stroke.
Would you say
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you say you grew up
Old school,
listening to
man.
the show?
And,
Would you say you grew up listening to this show? Because
Yeah.
Jimmy said that. And I got really bummed out. I thought Jimmy was old. So you grew up with us too.
Yeah.
I thought Jimmy was 67 years old.
I was in a van all day. That was my gig. And just, you guys would come on. And
It's like,
just,
what, 80,
wow.
81?
Yeah, like 81.
Right. 81
And-
we were at
At
NBC.
NBC in the afternoon, yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
just,
Gay stroke
I remember
and-
hearing
gay
you for
stroke.
the first time. I'd
Gay
also
stroke.
I was 14 in 81,
what
Robin.
in the world? Yeah.
14.
Gay stroke. Very big
Man.
production. Absolutely.
So, but what's really beautiful is like here we all are,
Yeah.
20 years later.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
That's what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
we're all doing well, and
Yeah.
let's stick together.
Yeah.
Listen,
There you go.
Robin and I have had our ups and downs, but always kept the band together.
That's
Yeah.
right. We didn't
Yeah.
leave.
Scott, I need you to do this. You are the leader, I feel.
Well, everyone's got
We're giving
their
you
own
the power
role.
to keep this together. Right, boys?
Yes.
You got to make the band a priority.
This is magic what the 4 of you guys do.
This is definitely a priority.
We got to keep the band a priority.
Ask my kids; they think it's too much of a priority.
Uh-oh.
Do they think you're ignoring them?
No, they think that they when you get a call when you've been on tour for a while and your youngest one's crying, saying, "Can you come home tomorrow?" And you still have 2 weeks more to go, 3 weeks more to go. It's pretty rough.
Well, do what Van Halen did and teach a kid to play the bass and fire one of the other guys.
Not 9 or a 7-year-old.
Why not?
Wow.
Yeah, don't teach your kid how to play any instruments.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, boys. I wish you the best. I am a huge fan of yours, and I love you guys, and I'm happy to see you together. I didn't think it would happen. Quite frankly, no one on this planet thought it was going to happen. The chance of seeing aliens from another planet was quite frankly more likely. I like this. This is a big step.
Oh, there are aliens from another planet.
Listen, Scott, you've lost a lot of credibility over the years with that one. Dan Aykroyd, I barely believe, with the alien shtick. You think they're aliens from another planet?
Let's say I was riding up front with a bus driver, and we were going through New Mexico.
And you weren't drinking?
And both of us,
All right.
for about a minute, watched these 4 lights, and they were just doing bizarre things. It could have been.
Were you getting a massage at the time? No, you were totally straight?
Yeah, the bus driver couldn't give me a massage and drive at the same time.
But you're saying you were totally straight, you saw these 4 lights,
Yeah.
and then what happened?
Abduction, ass probe.
You're saying your ass was probed by an alien? What happened?
They put their big hickory dichotomies
Then
in
they
it.
were gone.
Did you guys hear the ass probe sound effect?
I
That was
mean,
pretty good.
you never know. I mean, it's like what you never know exactly what it
So
might
you believe. You are a believer.
And what did the rest of the guys say about the alien sighting?
They said it was a McDonald's they passed.
No, it was. It was just my driver and I. Because I was sitting up front with him.
Right. He's in Creedmoor now, that driver, right? Listen, Scott, I love you. I love you. I don't care how many aliens you see, as long as the band stays together. That's all I'm interested in.
Fuck the band. I want to work here.
Who doesn't? Listen, STP, those 3 little letters mean big music. And I love it. And I'm going to take this album, I'm going to analyze it, I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to be playing tracks from it. Scott,
See?
the aliens are calling.
Yeah,
Now,
By the way, that's my band.
Stone Temple Pilots. Tell them the story of the Stone Temple Pilot.
Of
The Aztec,
Stones Temple Pilot.
Aztec, the astronaut,
Is that-
Stone Temple Pilot. You were the one that told me the story that there was.
I say you stop drinking, Scott.
Aztec temple,
Right.
and Eric had actually. You told me you read something, and
Yeah,
there was this thing in there that it looked exactly like an astronaut, and they call it. It's called by two names: the Stone Temple Pilot and the astronaut.
Yeah, they think those were the visitors who originally came to the planet, blah, blah, blah. I still say if there were aliens, they would come here and visit. I mean, I don't know why they haven't shown themselves. I don't know why they're all... Yeah, I don't know why they're hiding. I mean, that's my theory. But I don't believe there's life anywhere in the universe except right here.
I think that's kind of a selfish way of looking at things.
Yes,
So.
I'm extremely selfish, and you should know that.
You hit onto something.
Yeah. You finally woke up to my true nature. Scott, I love you, boys. Listen, the Stone Temple Pilots, Scott, Dean, Robert, and Eric, what a band. What a history.
Thank you,
I'm
Howard.
proud to
Thank
be
you, Howard.
a little part of it just by having been able to interview you.
Oh, look at everybody doing the Vulcan sign.
You should only see a camera in here right now.
It's a room full of nerds.
Bunch of
They're
geeks.
rock stars.
That should be your sign. Whenever things start to go wrong, the live long and prosper sign.
Live long and prosper, boys. That's all I'm going to say. I know there's going to be trials and tribulations out on the road. I know there's going to be ups and downs. But let's stay together. We are bros. If there's any problem, you call me. I'll straighten things
You'll
out.
do an intervention.
I will do an intervention.
You'll come to the scene.
The only one Scott listens to is me. You know that. He behaves around me for some reason. I don't even know what. I don't know why. Why is it, Scott? What am I, a father figure or some kind of weird thing like that? What is it?
I don't know. It's.
I think you're afraid of me or something.
I'm not definitely not afraid of you.
Yeah, what is it? What is it with me and you? Why are you listening to me?
You know what? I think from the very first time we came here, you actually, even though you make your jokes and that, you gave us a lot of respect, and
I sure do.
And your crew gave us a lot of respect, and
bet.
all the people that work with you on your show, and so, you know, it's fun being here.
It sure is.
You're a good guy.
It's great having you here, and I love you guys. And everyone go get their new album, the new self-titled album.
All
And if you
right.
want any kind of information and tour dates, you go to StoneTemplePilots.com. And that's it. What can I say? I wish you boys the best.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you,
And
Howard.
we'll be back right after
Thank
these
you, Jimmy.
words.
Thank
Jimmy, yes.
So, guys, how'd it go today?
Very good, very good.
It's good to be back on the show.
Yeah, just not this early in the morning.
It's too early for you.
Yeah.
It was 9 p.m. then.
So, Howard, you're really stoked that you guys are back together, and gave you guys some advice. What do you think about that?
I think he's got a second career as being a therapist.
It's always good to live by the book of Howard. That's all I got to say.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping by.
All right, take care.